Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is Sabrina here. Today, as you can see, I'm starting this video off freshly woken up. I am just not feeling the greatest today. I feel like my sleep quality is slowly just getting worse as this pregnancy progresses. Productivity in pregnancy can be so difficult. I have a toddler as well, so just navigating this pregnancy with a kid to care for has been a little different. Thankfully, I felt a lot better this pregnancy, but it's still difficult to care for someone else and meet all their needs. I'm also getting pretty big. It may not look like it because it's morning, but by evening, yo girl is popping. So today I just did not feel like being productive. I just felt like having a pajama day. The way I go about it is that if I'm not feeling any pain in my body, I try and be productive still. On the days when I actually feel pain, whether that's in my round ligament pain, my back pain, or anything like that, I try to avoid working too hard and just pushing myself too much because I don't want to obviously worsen the pain. So I will take those days chiller. And also, if you are pregnant watching this video, please do not look at this as pressure to do all that in a bag of chips. I just thought I would show you guys genuinely what it looks like to try and be productive moderately in pregnancy. I think that we have this idea that you either have to be running around all day, busy to every single minute if you are trying to be productive, or you just have a completely lazy day, and that's just not true. You can definitely be productive while resting and while taking frequent breaks, which is what this video is gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit of encouragement for y'all pregnant mamas out there who maybe you don't have kids or do have kids and you just feel like not being productive. I do stay home with my daughter. I recently stopped working electrical with my dad because I just got too pregnant to do that. So usually Mondays and Fridays would be the days I would go to work, but today is a Friday and I'm not going to work. I am going to stay home with my daughter today. As much as I just don't want to do anything, I know I'm going to feel better if I do. So let's go get started. So one of the first things I'm going to do is just my skincare. I try and do this first thing when I wake up anyways. Just wash my face, getting myself all ready for the day. Not as crusty, but not as dusty. I just start with my native non-scented face wash. Then I go in with my Vanish Pore Shrinking Toner. I actually got this product sent to me a couple months ago, and I didn't really use it. I don't really get products sent to me on such a small channel still, but this was one of the times that they actually did, and I didn't use it for a long time, but recently I've begun using it, and I actually really do like it. And then I go in with my CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. Last thing is my Dialba First Serum Spray. This is my favorite skincare product because it just moisturizes so well. I'm just gonna brush my hair, put on some deodorant. Very simple for the morning hygiene, but it just really does help me feel fresh. And I do this always, regardless of whether I stay home or not, try to get myself ready for the day. Another thing I try to be very consistent in is getting dressed. And especially on days like this that I really just feel not great and not very energetic, it's really important for me to dress even on these days. These are the days we typically choose not to, but I promise you, if you put on a nice outfit, comfortable but nice, you will feel like doing a lot more. This is the outfit we are currently working with, and I'm going to put on some perfume. I just feel like putting on perfume also helps me just feel cleaner and more put together as well. I like to do two things pretty much every single day. One of them is my eyebrows, so I just use my little e.l.f. brush here and I'm just gonna fill them in a little bit. I just really like bold brows. Being pregnant is already difficult because you feel so foreign in your own skin and you're just constantly, your body is changing and you're tired a lot, so you don't always look the most refreshed and beautiful when you wake up. So doing things like this, actually getting yourself ready for the day, even when you feel the worst, it really helps. I'm also gonna do some blush. This is honestly some of my favorite thing to do. I even do this on the days that I stay home all day. Even if I don't leave the house, I will do my blush simply because I feel so much more alive with this. I used to look in the mirror when I would walk by one and be like, ooh, I look so dead and exhausted. And obviously there's a good reason for that. I'm pregnant, I'm so thankful for it. But at the same time, it can be a little discouraging to look in the mirror. I used to be the kind of person that's I'm not gonna get dressed just to stay home all day. I'm not gonna put on makeup when nobody's here except for me and my child. But it doesn't even matter about what other people see. It's about how it makes you feel. All right, guys, so my toddler's going to wake up any second now. I usually get up around 7 and she gets up around 8:30. So let's go get her and start some breakfast because I'm pretty hungry. It's just so pretty outside. I thought I would show you my pumpkin arrangement. All right, guys, so as you can see, there's a couple things that are just scattered around here. My daughter is still sleeping, so I'm gonna start to tidy up before I cook breakfast. I just work so much better in a clean kitchen. One of the first things my daughter wants in the morning is her milk. So luckily we still have some leftover from yesterday. Let's make some breakfast for the both of us. Usually we do just scrambled eggs, toast, and some type of meat. I just realized I have some leftover breakfast from yesterday morning for her. So I'm actually gonna pop this in the microwave. That I have done some productive things, and normally this is not my routine. Normally, like, I finish breakfast and I go straight to Bible reading, but I kind of just wanted to be in a roll in some momentum, so I got the kitchen cleaning done, and I'm just gonna sit down and read my Bible now. This is such an underrated way of resting and relaxing because you're not only getting physical rest, like you get to sit down, but you also get spiritual rest and nourishment. If we are scheduling in a bunch of things on our to-do list, like take care of the animals, clean up the kitchen, make breakfast, prepare lunch, do the laundry loads, but if you're not scheduling in sitting down, reading your scriptures, y'all are missing out on the true rest and the true joy of your day, because while all those things of your household are very important, nothing is more important than sitting down with the word. And also, nothing is more important than getting that rest that you really need. One of my greatest tips with productivity in pregnancies, I found I was able to be more productive if I took pockets of breaks throughout the day. So especially on a day like today, it's super important that I prioritize sitting down and reading. So I'll do a couple chores here and there, then I'll sit down and I'll read or relax, read a book, do something on the couch that is not just scrolling through my phone. I think that's an easy way of resting. You know, we can get into the idea that if I'm sitting and I'm relaxing and enjoying some content, that's resting. Well, there's definitely a place for that. Do not get me wrong. I do love sitting down, watching my fall morning routines, my homemaking content. I love to watch that stuff. But if that is always what you're doing when you like sit down on the couch to rest, you are missing out on actual spiritual rest that you could be getting. We're gonna get into my Bible reading now, and then we will rest a little bit and then maybe get back to some productive things to do around the house. I do at some point need to start my lectures for school, so we'll see when that gets started. Productivity in pregnancy can be such a tricky thing because on the one hand, you know that you're pregnant and need to prioritize your health, and so you don't want to overwork your body. At the same time, you don't want to use pregnancy as an excuse to just lay around and do nothing, which has been really hard for me because I haven't had a very difficult pregnancy this time around, whereas maybe with the first one I did. And so it's just like such a struggle of like being honest with myself, but also knowing my limits on like, okay, you can actually push yourself more, or no, you shouldn't because you're tired and you need a break and you need to prioritize your health. So I just want to say this to all pregnant women out there, that please prioritize your health. That is the most important thing. If you are killing yourself trying to do all this and that, and you are nauseous and you are in so much back pain and you're just dealing with so much, do not feel like you need to push yourself to the limits. Trust me, you are not going to love your pregnancy if you are making yourself miserable during it. It's okay to recognize that you are in a stage of life that is just going to be slower than other times, and it's all right to just slow down from the productivity. At the same time, if you are like me and you've had a much better pregnancy and you're not dealing with as much and you can do more and you're just using pregnancy as an excuse to not do enough, that is something that you equally have to consider. And so for me personally, it's just been kind of trying to figure that balance out every day, trying to see, okay, how much should I work? How much shouldn't I work? How much should I rest? How much should I do? Because there were definitely some days that I was pushing myself to the max, and my husband noticed a huge decline in just my mentality when I was so exhausted physically and just pushing myself way too much. He's like, you have to slow down. This is not good for our family or for the baby or for you. So definitely having a balance is so important, and I don't want anyone to watch this video and feel like they have to go and just grind Honestly, today has been a very slow day for me. I've just been sitting quite a bit and just resting. I'm still getting things done around the house. It's just at a much slower pace, and that is totally okay. The next things on the list, I do need to fold the laundry. I do need to, I'm actually gonna go visit my mom today as well. I have a chiropractor appointment this afternoon, so I'm gonna leave my daughter with her and hopefully go get my back adjusted. It's starting to hurt just a little more lately, so I think it'll be good to go and take care of that. That's another thing, is I've really been prioritizing my back care this pregnancy. I'm not letting it get as bad as it did the first time.